y'all? You're back and we're back. And we're going to get into some Ash of God's Redemption. I seen this game. It's on sale, really cheap. And I wanted to get it because it kind of reminds me of Banner Saga. I love those games. And it kind of reminds me of that. So I think the people that did this game. So I wanted to give it a chance and see how it is, and you know what I mean. So we're gonna check it out. Location, point of control. Okay. Alright. Story mode. We're gonna do the middle. The one that's recommended for everyone. Year 300 since divine retribution, the spring equinox. Wow.
'Unsolved mysteries are like an unquenched thirst, premonitions of trouble to spur you to keep going.
If you guys hear the boom back, I'm sorry. And my dog is chilling too. So
1,002 years since divine retribution, the end of winter, the Veil of Mercy, foothills of the Milky Mountains.
700 years ago, you and the other heroes took at the field at Drowsy Deep, seeking to prevent a great calamity, the reaping. Your self-sacrifice should have destroyed the reapers once and for all. 9 years ago, and you began feeling a growing sense of unease and decided to roam Terminum in search of the cause. A month ago, you met a temple servant in the town of Gordon. There was something peculiar about him. Feeling a long-forgotten sense of dread, you realized it was an Umber Reaper in disguise. He noticed you too, but chose not to pursue. Bowing in jest, he merely winked at you. The return of the Umber forewarns of an impending Reaper, so you head to the Milky Mountains seeking the local seers. You hope to learn the time and place of the coming reaping and prevent it. When you stepped onto the narrow path, you noticed several sets of footprints. At the time, you thought others might be seeking advice from the seers, but they're just ordinary bandits in search of easy prey. Okay, time to act. Blue tiles indicate where your character can move during current turn. Okay, that's familiar. Orange tiles indicate extra moving distance. Your character must spend some energy to move there. Use L1, R1 to choose a skill, and press X to perform. Okay. Enemies standing on pulsating tiles are within reach and can be attacked using a chosen skill. Use the L to select the tile, then press X to commit to do it against your target. Most attacks allow you to damage either the enemy's health or their energy. Select health damage, use L, X, select the red icon and press X to confirm. Okay. Damaging an enemy's energy reduces their options because faster movement and powerful skills require energy to execute. Moreover, if an enemy has 0 energy remaining, double damage will be dealt to health instead of energy. Okay, this enemy has a lot of health and only 5 points of energy. It makes sense to strip him of his remaining energy so that you can deal double damage to health with R3. Oops. Oh, the yellow icon. You can select an enemy to learn more about their abilities. Press X on the tile they're occupying. Now that you chose, you can see a list of their skills. Okay, use L1, R1 to select the skill and see its description. 3 damage. Skill doesn't require a target. Select the tile your active character is occupying with the R3. You'll see a golden circle on the feet. Wow. Why is it the end of the battle? You can't kill this dude? Oh, I guess because he's bleeding out, huh? Is that it? Well, I know when you get behind somebody, they dies. So, we're gonna get behind them. Okay. You're about to knock on the hut's door when it suddenly swings open. A woman appears on the doorstep. Your heart leaps from your chest. She's the one you left behind when you went to fight Drowsy Deep. She's the one you loved. Emma. Okay. In a detached manner, glance. It took you a long time. It's been 702 years. Dang. You managed to survive where 12 of our kin perished. Did you go into hiding? Bitterly, please call me Hopper. I'm already used to the name. I was called Blance when we were together. I wasn't hiding in that battle, you know. I was wounded, pierced by arrows. That's why I didn't complete my task. Yeah, I heard the legend of the 12 brave ones. They who cast an enchantment on themselves and turned to stone. They achieved their goal. The land they called home was free from plague and reaping. A price too high, though, by my reckoning. Why did you come in search of me again? I wasn't looking for you, but the local seers There are signs beasts are leaving the forest of Datura. The vandal witch has been sighted on woodland trails. I ran into Atraka while in Gordon myself. They have returned. Is another reaping upon us? That's a foolish question, Hopper. I don't foretell the obvious. You might as well have asked whether winter will follow autumn. The reaping is coming, you know it. All loose ends shall be tied. That's a foolish question. Oh, okay. Huh? What do you mean by tied? One day the final reaping will come. The question is, will anything be left in this world afterwards? Besides, of what concern is it to you? Are you not immortal? For the same as you, Emma, even if we both Umbra, we long embrace the human way of life. I care about the fate of Terminum. To the reaping we are no more than specks of dust. This time we don't have 12 comrades willing to sacrifice themselves. Among those still living, some will succumb and become reapers. Do you really wish to involve yourself? I need to stop the reapings. They're happening again because of me. It's my fault. Still thinking of yourself. We are maggots, the lowliest of servants, lucky enough to have a seat at the table. Are you looking for the forsaken gods of this land? I have a book that describes the life of one. Here, take it. I had a good laugh reading through the nonsense. Dang. Thank you for the book. I've been searching high and low for similar records. But still, when and where will the reaping begin? That's where I'm needed. I know it. 700 years the dead have blamed me. I need your help. Give me your knife, the same kind our brethren sacrificed themselves with. Give it to me and you'll get your answer. Pity, I'd really hoped to use it. I doubt anything else can kill a reaper. Well, here you go. But why do you want it? The reaping shall begin on the day of the vernal equinox, both in the north and the south, in the towns of Wadden and Albius. I wouldn't waste time if I were you. Sadly, I don't have time to reach the north. Farewell. I hope our paths cross again, though you still haven't told me why you need the knife. I saw you kill me with this very knife, Hopper, so I hope our paths never do cross again. Farewell. Well, dang.
What does one need to meet old age in peace? Only to avoid a major disaster.
Very true. This
Year
game was like
1002 since
$5.99.
divine retribution. Burkana, the kingdom of Odara, city of Albius. The spring equinox. 8th year of peace since the last war. A retired captain of the guard and his daughter are strolling through the festival market.
Strange, a woman in odd clothing is walking away from the town hall. Her beauty should be turning heads. Yet I seem to be the only one who notices her. Gletta, are you daydreaming again? You nudge your daughter when you see the burgomaster, Baron Tribal, approaching. Good day, Thorn, Gletta. I take there's a reason you've been scouring the market since dawn. Looking for a gift for Leaky? Albius is far from the largest town. There aren't too many captains of the royal guard here, and even fewer captains' wives. And only one of these wives celebrates her birthday on the day of the spring equinox. Please give her my regards. I will, Burgomaster, though you are most welcome to stop by and do it in person. The Burgomaster is eager to carry on, but one of the citizens calls his name. Tribal gives you a nod and tends to matters. A stubborn old man, he seems resilient. I've heard he's a distant relative to the king himself. The distance of the relation may be the secret to his longevity. Well, it looks like we got carried away and aren't any closer to picking a gift for Leaky. What are we going to get her? Care to give me a hint? What would your mother like? particular jewelry, maybe clothing. Who is this? There's talk of trouble on the borders. Your brother must be rather busy. I hope he finds time to send his mother a letter at least. I hope so too. He would have known what gift to get her for her birthday. I'm sure you can manage on your own. Because it said that matters so much, I made sure not to do anything kind of selfish, so I chose something like, maybe the brother. It's one of the merchants trading in fabrics and clothing. She wants to say something but is too shy to do so. Perhaps you could talk to her. Your old friend Raz trades in jewelry and antiques. Did Dad find out where I really go during my midday walks? There's nothing criminal in it, but I'd rather nobody knew of my manuscript hunting. I've told him that I go to the pastry shop, which usually isn't true. I just hope Rask doesn't betray my secret. Gletta, this is Rask, an old friend and expert in all kinds of curiosities. We've known each other since Oda. Hello, Rask. It's been a while. It's been 3 years, my dear Thorn. We've run into each other now and then, but ever since you arrived in town, nearly retired, and bought a silver necklace with the garnet, you've forgotten all about my shop. Are you here to get a gift for Leaky? I remember the last time you bought her a birthday present. It was exactly on the vernal equinox. I won't hide it. I'd have been pleased had you started buying jewelry from me every year since. My wife hasn't been interested in jewels for the past few years, though the garnet necklace is her favorite. She's been feeling better as of late. Is it true that the garnets aid a weak heart? If I'm not mistaken, garnets possess no magical properties, but certain other stones do. Concoctions cannot mend an ailing heart, but the warmth of a loving family can preserve it. Though I have heard that there is a particular skilled healer in Ursus, Unda is her name, but even she cannot perform miracles. Let's see, what stones were you talking about? You're wearing one of them on your chest, a strix, your captain's insignia and your protection. In troubled times like these, it can protect you from a common woe. Common woe. That is how ancient texts describe the reaping, a plague that takes countless lives. I see you enjoy pursuing ancient manuscripts. Get off of it, old friend. Try something other than old legends if you want to sell your wares. And you, Gletta, it's high time you grew out of such fairy tales. If you doubt the magical properties of strikes, then remove your captain's insignia. Just don't put it away. It might be of use, although several generations have passed without the need for such stones arising. Says jewelry is always a sound purchase. Do you have any silver for sale? Silver lacks the potency, but it's a good choice too, where it necessary. It could offer protection from dark magic. I'll tell you what the ancient texts say about strixes. When a common woe comes, death walks among mankind and saps their vigor. But death finds a strix sweeter than one's life, more alluring. Until the stone has been sucked dry, the wearer will yet live. It gives hope. Be that as it may, magic doesn't rule the world. Gold and silver do. As much as I enjoy chatting Rask, I'm here to pick a gift for my wife. I have some silver there on the counter. Pick whatever you like. As far as our chat, it's easy to get carried away when in pleasant company. In our case, every hour counts, right, Gletta? Does anything come to mind? Here's what we'll do. Take the stone, no deposit, no acknowledgement of debt, and I'll take your word, Thorn, for If you lie, I will lose faith in the kindness of men, and if you and your family find no use for it in the next year, you'll return it. Agreed? It would be foolish of me to decline such a generous offer. A Strix it is, then. Even if I do have to return it in a year's time. Rask, you behaving quite strangely today. You take the Strix from the table and hide it under your shirt. You look up at Rask. He is staring at the ceiling, his face pale. At first you're confused, but then you hear the bell ringing from the town hall. If I were tribal, I would have had the chimesman head chopped off. Is he drunk again? It isn't even noon. The bell rings 4 times a day. Don't you find it annoying, Rask? You watch in surprise as Rask takes a big sack and starts emptying the contents of his numerous drawers, big and small, into it. Just a matter of habit, my dear Thorn. With time, you get used to much stranger things. You do not realize how wise a choice you made. Silver could be of use, of course, but a Strix will most certainly aid you. And if it does, how long will I be paying for it? 5 years? A decade? The bell keeps tolling. Rask slings the sack over his shoulder and takes an axe with a curved handle from the wall. It no longer matters. I hope we meet again. I would flee from the town if I were you. The fortress of Opacum is the safest place to go. The merchant retreats into his shop. You hear the back door open and close. Glad it looks like Rask has lost his mind. We should leave. It's about to be some trouble. You see Baron Trouble lying on the ground. Blood flows from his mouth, nose, ears, and eyes. He's dying. Resilient. You struggle to stay on your feet. Blood gushes from your nose. Galetta, scared to death, cowers behind your back. Rather taciturn. Nothing. The burgomaster decided for you all. Decided what? Ritual, a tribute to memory. Use the last of your strength to keep standing. Your heart pounding is about to leap from your chest. Your throat tightens. Dying already? I do not need either of you yet. The towering monster looks at you for a moment, then extends the arm and points to your pendant. The monster grabs your captain insignias, clenching it in his fist, hissing. The Strix in the pendant shrinks. The reaping begins with your family, Thornbrennan. The monster vanishes. You shake your head, coming to your senses. Oh, bless gods. Did you hear what it said about our family? Quick, we've got to get home. Yeah, that ain't good, y'all. Galetta cries out, stopping you in your tracks. She hastily pulls some kind of colored plaques from under her belt. These also burned me. Rask gave them to me about a week ago. Supposedly they used to be magical battle cards in the past. They became burning hot all of a sudden. Okay. The magical plaques are hot to the touch, almost burning your fingers, yet they fit comfortably in the palm of your hand. You feel as if you could, with but a gesture, sling spells at any foe. Could they be regaining their power because of the reaping? You wonder where Rask came by these cards. But you remember seeing them peddled as curios and souvenirs at many Burkanan markets. The sound of footsteps comes from somewhere up ahead. 3 thugs are barring the way. Their swollen faces are contoured with the mindless rage. Did the highwayman become so brazen to attack townsfolk? With a swift motion, you draw your sword, but the thugs are unimpressed. You look closer, notice the vacant eyes and foam at their mouths. Your opponents are either very drunk or insane. You step in front of Gletta. I'll beat some sense into them. Stand back. In response, Gletta steps aside, draws her own blade. Did I practice with a sword all these years just to cower behind your back? Together we deal with them faster. What your daughter is really asking for is some stern parenting, but the thugs attack you with a feral roar, and you can only hope Gletta has taken your lessons to heart. Okay. Okay. It's telling me I can select any one of them. Alright, it's a number that shows. Okay. I just had the thing. Okay. Choose a target. Oh, jeez. Do it. Like, what's the problem? I don't get it, you guys. What's going on? Oh, they're gonna keep messing with her. I hope I'm doing this right, you guys. It doesn't seem like it. How come he can't move? Let's say he can't move. Sorry I'm not talking, y'all. It's just trying to concentrate. I don't know what to do. Let's see. Get over here. Goodness. Frozen with terror, Glenna strikes at the bloody corpses. This is the first time she's fought to death. Grabbing your daughter by the shoulders, you shake her until she looks away from the body. She meets your gaze, steeling her soul, nods with determination. You are proud of your daughter, but even more so worried about your wife. Leaky, there is no time to lose. You need to get home as soon as possible. A couple of side alleys later, you open the familiar gate. Thank God she didn't die, y'all. She was about to. I was about to get her killed, y'all. Okay, now I got a hold of the combat. And after I read this and we get back to their place, then that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. You run into the house. Blood covers the living room floor. Old Tenor, the housekeeper, stands at the door. Trembling, Queena, his daughter and your maid, lies motionless on the floor. Just beside her is your wife, Leaky. Oh, they didn't kill them. Leaky, how could this happen? Mom, oh mom, what happened to you? You gasp for air, falling to your knees. You touch your wife's body. Her lifeless hand is still warm. Gletta sobs nearby. Everything is going dark. Mom, get up. We brought you a present. Stop pretending. The tolling of the bell fills the air around you. It is so loud. Your head is about to burst. You get up and can barely make out what Tenor is saying. Such a tragedy has befallen us. Oh, such grief. First both Leaky and Queena screamed in pain. Then my daughter seemed to lose her mind. She went at Mistress Leaky with a knife. Mistress defended herself, but... No, Leaky, please, no. Dad, what do we do now? How do we go on? Oh, the horror, the horror. His Excellency Count Fichte and his young son Bran always said it would end this way. Wow. Oh, Leaky, this shouldn't have happened. Dad, I need you. We have to do something. Tenor, you saddle the horses while I pack. Yes, understood. You brush aside a strand of your wife's hair and notice something odd. A dark blue mark like an ulcer on the nape of her neck. The surrounding skin is swollen as if burnt. Gletta also noticed it and backs away from her face pale. This is right out of ancient manuscript. The same thing happened 700 years ago. A pain pierces your neck, grows into a fiery noose. It strangles you and you die in a terrible agony. They called this plague the reaping, Dad. The back of the neck is burning. Let me see, damn it. You got the same mark. Take a look. Do I have it? Nothing. How come? Why did the plague spare me? Wait, I don't believe in luck. There must have been something else. Something that protected me. But what? I hope Ras was right, Gletta. Come here. Put this on. You pull Ras' pendant from the bag and hang it on your daughter's neck. She nods and you pull her into your embrace again. All right, y'all. He's out.